Hey, what's up? It's me. Even though I was supposed to do a video yesterday, didn't do it, but I'm here now. So today I wanted to talk about dun, 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 dun. I wanted to talk about imposter syndrome. Another natural occurrence that happens in people's lives if they're human, you know, and I feel like a lot of people suffer from it and they don't know what it is. So I wanted to do a video discussing what imposter syndrome is and what you can do about it and why it happens. So, by definition, imposter syndrome is a phenomenon that occurs when you believe that you don't deserve your success for various reasons. It could be because you felt like maybe you were lucky, you had good timing, like the stars aligned for you in a perfect way, and you got to where you were or are by happenstance and not by any effort of your own. And this happens a lot. It's happened to me, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it has happened to me and I have gone through it, and I can that helps me easily identify when someone else is going through it or experiencing it. So I wanted to discuss it. The first time I can remember, or actually the last time I can remember, I experienced imposter syndrome when I was in undergrad. And I was going to a private university and I was actually a biology major, graduated, thank God. But it was a private university, and because of the level of biology that I was taking, a lot of my classes, I was the only, either one of two Black people, and then the only Black woman or girl at the time. So that was it was an experience, only because I guess the way I grew up, I grew up in a very urban environment. I grew up around people that looked like me. And so going into this university where I was, a minority, and even more so a minority in the classes that I was taking, which was science, it made me feel like I didn't belong there. It made me feel like, I was kind of like infiltrating or an imposter, right? And I would get so much anxiety when it came to contributing to the class. I always made sure that I was over prepared. I would study the lesson like before class started, because I used to take the train to school, and I used to like overstudy. And so it almost became fun to feel like I was like the smartest person in the class because I was so prepared. But there was also a side of me that felt like I didn't belong, because I started looking at everyone else as being smarter than me and just maybe more deserving to be in the university to begin with. Like, I was taking out loans, but I'm pretty sure it was like kids that probably had their parents paying for it, and it was just very different experience for me. And I made it out alive, and I earned my degree fair and square. And so I just wanted to talk about what happens with imposter syndrome. Of course, I added in my own little anecdote in there so that, you guys could know that I've actually gone through this and it's not just something I'm, interested in. But I will say that there are some ways to overcome imposter syndrome, and I wanted to talk about that. So the first one is going to be, I'm reading too, because I pulled up some notes about the topic. So I wanted to be prepared for this, But the first thing is start attributing your success to you. Like, and that's huge because the biggest problem with feeling like an imposter is that you don't have any control or you didn't contribute anything to your success, which is obviously the wrong thing to do. If you're in school, or even if you have a job, you got a new career or something like that, you had to, do a lot to get to that point. If it's school, you had to have the grades, like you had to have the test scores, you had to have, the acceptance letter had to come. And so because of that is your validation that you deserve it, that you were handpicked for that position or that situation that you're in. So it's not because someone felt pity for you. It's not because you got lucky. It is all on your own merit. And you have to give yourself credit. You have to allow yourself to give yourself credit for your success. And once you do that, it becomes more palpable. It becomes more believable that you do in fact deserve the success that you acquired, right? The next thing is, number 2 is not to compare yourself to others. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I always talk about comparison being a thief of joy. But a lot of the times, as like you can recall from the story that I told in the beginning of the video, when you compare yourself to other people, you're almost minimizing yourself at the same time. Like you're comparing and saying, okay, well, this person is better than me because X, Y, and Z. They deserve to be here because blah, blah, blah. And then you compare yourself to that and say, well, I don't deserve to be here because I'm not them. And that's where we fall short. That's where the imposter syndrome comes in, because we can't compare ourselves to anyone. Like other people have their own talents and their own gifts. And yeah, it's possible that they may be a little bit better at something that they do compared to you. But you also have your own strengths that you're good at. So you have to focus more on that, just for your own sanity. Like, because nobody wants to walk around constantly, having these negative thoughts about why they're not good enough, and because it's not healthy at all. Okay. The next thing is to accept that you are a work in progress. I believe I posted this on my social media earlier today. There was a meme that said, she overcame everything that was designed to break her. And like at the top of the caption, I put almost everything, because I'm a work in progress. Like I'm still overcoming. And so you have to, there's a way, and it takes skill, but there's a way to like, accept that you still have work to do, and at the same time, like acknowledging what it took for you to get to where you are today. It took the hard times. It took some blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you are. But you're here. And that's what matters. Like you have to like look at, if you ever find yourself, feeling like, oh, I have so much further to go. Yeah, if you look in the future, there's always more to be done. But if you take a moment and be present and look how far you've come, that's where the real joy is. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that had to happen in order for you to get to where you are. So you have to give yourself credit for those successes, however small, however minuscule you think those successes are. They are valid, because without those successes, there would be no present you today watching this video and getting motivation, so that you don't feel like you're an imposter, that you do deserve the success that you have acquired, and you deserve the future success that you're about to receive. Okay. The next thing is, or the last thing I'll say, is learn to fail better. Oh my goodness. That one is hard, because failure. Who wants to fail? Like, nobody wants to fail. People love to not fail, hate to fail. I know I do. Every time I fail, it's something like, so stupid, look at you. But that's not healthy, because like, in order to win, you know, you have to fail. You're not gonna win everything all the time. You're not gonna, you know, be great at everything. And no matter what you start, when you start it, you gonna be at the bottom, okay? All the time, without fail. Like, there's gonna be someone that is more experienced than you. There's gonna be someone that has achieved more success than you. But guess what? Even on your day 3, because you had a day 1, right? You have to have a day 1 to have a day 3. But even on your day 3, there is someone that hasn't even had the day 1, okay? There's someone that's looking at you and saying, wow, you know, at least this person is doing this. Like, I aspire to be that. Like, you never know who you're actually inspiring just from your failure, just from the story of your failure, how you were able to recover from that. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I always say this at the end of my videos. I'm probably gonna wind up doing another video about this, like, because I watch some of my videos sometimes and I'm like, you could have said more, you could have done more. And I think that's just natural for me and a lot of people to kind of be hard on ourselves. But the main objective is just to start, you know, to start that thing that you're thinking about, to be grateful for the thing that you have too, because gratitude is so important. When you're present and you're focused on giving gratitude to whatever your spiritual or religious beliefs are, it's pretty universal as far as giving thanks and being appreciative and being grateful for the position that you're in, regardless of if you would like a better position later on. Always be in a spirit of gratitude, because that is what's going to make you feel more deserving of, you know, whatever it is that you have acquired, whether it is success, whether it is a loving relationship, whether it is even a failure. You know, sometimes we have to appreciate those things as well, because there's lessons in those failures. And through our failures, we're able to guide other people if the opportunity presents itself. So I just want to inspire you today to be focused, not to be too hard on yourself, and to just keep going. And you deserve that success. Like, if you're feeling down before you like clicked on this video and now you're watching it and you're like still, you know, kind of unsure about whatever your situation is, this is your confirmation that you deserve your success. You deserve to be great. You deserve to feel like you are important and that you matter and that you have something valuable to contribute to this world and to all of the people that, you know, come into your circle and come into your experience on this planet. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the video, and I hope to see you again when I post the next one. And I'm off to the gym. Have a good evening or afternoon or morning whenever you're watching this video. Bye guys.